So one of the questions that Joy had asked me for this process was, what is my favorite quote? And one of the quotes that we kind of like live our life through in our family is, service to others is the rent you pay for the room you hear on earth. So with that being said, both of my career paths are servicing others. And that is a passion of mine. That is through trials and tribulations in my life, losing both of my parents at a young age. And then about 3 years ago, I was working in an OB office that we were a family, a small knit family, and the doctors retired and a lot of us went on our own way. And through that process, God really provided and he served me. And so I tried to serve him by serving others. That is just very much a passion, whether it's the youth or in the healthcare field. I love seeing people, people come in that are very ill and they get their infusions and they leave and they're feeling better. And I love to see that. I love the follow through, working with them, alongside of them, advocating for them with insurance companies is daunting for a lot of people. But for me, I find joy when I can call them and say, hey, I got this approved for you. And the pure joy, sometimes tearful joy for them to know that they're able to get the medicine that they need and they deserve. And then with Huddle, I get to fulfill a passion with our youth. I work at the Career Center, so it's for 11th and 12th graders. And there's nothing more joyful than having a child come into your room looking for you just for a hug or somebody to listen to. And you have no idea what that child is going through. And one thing that Grant and I stand by is every child should not go hungry or have the necessities that they need. So in my life, I've served on multiple boards. I've helped with a lot of different organizations. And one thing that we have created when I was on the PTO, we created Smithy's Helping Hearts, and that is a closet that is available to the students if they need clothes, socks, shoes, toiletries, just anything. And it's for families as well that are just going through a hard time. We will help you. We will connect you with resources or help provide you with what you need. We have the support of our community with that. We wouldn't be where we are or be able to help without the community help. So that is just a passion. I love to serve others, and I feel like that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help other people through whatever they're going through, whether it's a child, an elderly person, or just one of my friends. One of the toughest transitions as an adult, besides losing my parents at a young age, was when one of the physicians was retiring and the office was going through some transitions. And I knew that it was time for me to move on. I had started working part-time with PACE from home, and that just kind of fell into place. And then when the office closed, God really provided, because Huddle just picked right up with that. So I had PACE and Huddle at the same time. And through that, I was learning who I was as Sonya, and where I wanted to go in this next path of my life. And God really showed up, and he taught me that through tough lessons and unexpected changes, the best comes. The best is yet to come. I am so thankful for my two career paths right now. They both provide me the flexibility to be a wife, the mom that I want to be, and I can show up, take my kids where they need to be at their sporting events, their choir concerts, and just be there. They'll never forget that mom and dad were there for all of these events. And most of all, for anything other than providing for others and serving others, because I have a servant heart, is making sure that my kids know that I'm there. I will always be there, and I will show up when they need me. My dad passed away in 2015. My middle child, Grayson, was about 6 months old, and my mom passed away in 2021, so about 3 years ago. And during that time, grief is very hard. And it's still hard. Grief is a process. And whether you're angry, you're sad, you're depressed, sometimes you can be happy. You have happy days, happy memories. And with all of that, I feel like as I'm still grieving. I mean, it's a process, and there's no timetable with grief. And through all of this, I've had to really evaluate who I was, what kind of parent I wanted to be, what my legacy is going to be. And with all of that being said, you choose to either go down a very negative path, or you choose positivity and remember the good things. And that is the path that I have chosen. And so I've rose up, and I'm encouraging you to do that as well. Whether we're rising up with grief, with a job change, a career path, personal struggles, family struggles, just choose the positive and rise up over all of that. And always remember, you have a place here on earth. God placed you here for a reason. Find that reason and spread that joy. And so that's why we live by the quote that we do. And we are choosing to serve others. And that's where our heart is as a family. And as for me, especially, I help take care of my mom, help take care of my dad. And through all of that, I have to choose that they're in heaven, and that is a positive thing. And I'm going to continue to spread that positive and joy. So I encourage you to rise up over any of your adversity and join others.
Go, Sonya. Here, I'll push it. And then you won't have to push it. That's half the battle. Got it. I can push the button.
Oh, it's recording, Joy.